Hey, how's it going again? I'm doing another video on because I think I did another one on the markets, which that's primarily what I've been talking about on this channel anyway. So I'd gotten out just before this whole downturn, and then I started nibbling back in, and I should have waited, but I did. I made a mistake. I anticipated they'd be able to there'd be another attempt to prop this bubble up, and hopefully, I hope this isn't what I've been preaching for the last 10 years. I really hope this isn't it. And even if it is it, there's one more. There's going to be one more push for the real crash, because what it has to happen now is here comes the helicopter money. Here comes 0% interest rates again. Here comes the buy everything mentality. They're going to flood the market with cash, and then once that starts sloshing around, your fractional reserve banking system will. Initially, it'll be like pushing a string, and then there it goes. Finally, it'll start permeating, and things will start seeming to be good in certain aspects, and a lot of people will be suffering until it finally collapses due to currency crisis, and that's when your gold and silver holdings hopefully will really shine. So right now they've been shining, but they've been kind of like holding off. I held them because I don't care about if people. Oh, what's up? It's that to me that's. Relationship, that's our currencies, so that's a relationship between a dollar and gold. I care about what gold will buy, or so people look at it as an investment. Don't look at that as an investment. Look at it as a safe harbor. It's a currency that holds value, because it doesn't provide a dividend or anything, but it's going to hold its value. The purchasing power will be there long after we're buried and dead. But anyway, so now what I'm doing is I'm going to start stepping in again. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm going to start stepping in and buying some things. There's certain things that are just so cheap and are yielding on some of the mortgage stuff that I was in, because I sold out of it, and then I started buying back in again. And now it's even better, and they're cash flowing, and the underlying assets are still there, and they're still good. For the most part, I mean, businesses might stop being able to pay their mortgage, I guess, or their leases, and then we're screwed. But I'll probably step in and buy that and buy some more gold. And then, man, silver is just looking super hot, but I got so much of it in my relationship to gold that I kind of want to balance that out and get more gold. But this coronavirus, which I have been of the opinion that it is a biological weapon, and that there was in the beginning I was like, there's a possibility this could be pretty bad, and now I'm looking at it and I'm like, man, people are super overreacting on this. I just went to the store, and yeah, toilet paper is gone. Like, what the hell are you gonna do with toilet paper? Like, you can wipe your ass a lot, I guess. But I mean, I guess you can start a fire. I don't know what you're gonna do with it. What is it gonna become, a currency? Or gonna exchange it for stuff? You'd think you'd want to buy food or water. Now, granted, there was some water that was gone. I mean, certain things. I don't know what the hell you do with toilet paper. I mean, I can wipe my ass with a towel and just rewash it. I mean, I don't know. I'm not worried about toilet paper, to be totally honest. Got plenty of that. And then if your diet's proper, you don't have to wipe all that much anyway. So, but now it's super overblown, in my opinion. I think we're at that precipice where, because China's now going down. It's just, there you get the heart. It's like a wave. So that pebble hit the water, and that wave's going out. So now we're at that end of that wave, or initially. So I mean, there's a lot of cases here. There are people who are talking. They're just super paranoid here. They're having you put hand sanitizer on before you touch a pin. It's like, well, most of this, if I had it, I'd be exputing it. It'd be coming out from my respiratory system and going all over. So you'd be screwed anyway. But at the same time, it's like, if you're going to get it, you're going to get it. We haven't even been testing that well until recently in the States. So there's more people probably have it than we even can fathom. There's a good possibility that you've come in contact with this virus already. And as much as I think, this was an unintentional release of a biological weapon, I don't think it's all that devastating. There is some real economic factors, because of we've brought those into fruition, some supply disruption. So there is going to be some bad numbers. But with regards to the virus, I think we're really overplaying this as a nation. It's like, now we've got. I don't ever think the NCAA's ever canceled the whole March Madness, which I was looking forward to sitting around, and then I think the NBA did, and then baseball cut their spring training short. I mean, that's where the virus dies. I mean, you're down in the sun. I mean, that's the perfect place to have. That's one thing you shouldn't do. I mean, at least you're outside. From what I've heard, is that the virus dies within a few seconds of UV rays, encountering UV rays or whatnot. So, I mean, you'd think that would be one thing you wouldn't, because you're outside. It's spring training down in Arizona, Florida. So what? I don't understand it. We're just overreacting, but that's good for you, because it's going to give you buying opportunities in certain assets. If you have that cash on hand, if you didn't leave it all in a 401k or something, if you actually did, if you were pertinent, I accidentally put money in a 401k, and now I can't even get it out. Tried to get out. It's only a few $100, but now they won't even let me get it out. So I mean, that's kind of crap that I hate. So that's why I don't even do it, even if they match. I know that's free money. Well, it's free, I guess, when you get it when you're 60-something years old. I'd rather have access to my cash so I know what it is. I always have cash on hand. I always have liquid part of my portfolio so that I can take advantage of this kind of stuff. And then I'm always looking for cash flowing assets. If you want to go into another capital appreciation, that's cool, but I'm looking for cash flow. Cash flow is king. So I'm looking for good dividend plays. I'm trying to get a return on that money. Because like you see right here, capital gains is only as good as if you can sell at the right time, take those chips off the table at the right time. But if you're banking on cash flow, at least you have money coming in. Now, granted, when something like this hits, people could cut their dividends and whatnot, but that's why you got to be nimble. You got to be nimble and play that. All I can say is we probably got a few more weeks of this crap until we get some good news, because I'm saying that they're going to come out with stimulus, and then this could be that beginning of that helicopter money. But we'll probably have a pop here. Give it a few weeks, because you'll have some good news, maybe some good data on some initial test results on some flu treatment. Not the vaccine. The vaccine, you're looking at another year out. That takes some time. And then plus, this thing's probably mutated. They say, I've only seen one article on like one mutation, but it's an RNA virus. Chances are it's mutated a number of times. So who knows? But they're viral treatments, which I guess this thing, they're treating it with similar stuff to HIV stuff. I mean, you might have some good news and that might pop it. And then you might actually have some containment, like in China, where it's pretty much hit that precipice. Now we're kind of going down. So I mean, there's going to be some good news. You're going to have some exhausted sellers, just like you have exhausted buyers. But it might be a bear market. You got to be nimble. So just take advantage of what you can. We're starting to see who's naked out there when this, as this starts going down. And if you've been paying attention to myself over the years, which I haven't had a YouTube channel, but I have ran for office and talked and done a few things where you pay attention, like guys like Peter Schiff, that this whole thing is structurally just screwed up and driven by poor monetary policy, the root cause, and then also, which parlays in the fiscal side of things, and then that also, that's the root cause of pretty much most of our L's here. So anyway, I'll start putting up some more content. Mainly, I'm going to start doing more of the manosphere stuff, and then we can talk about economics as well. But it just gets tiring after a little while. I mean, you got to take care of yourself a little bit. I think I found out what that was. Here we go. But well, if you guys got questions, you can comment below and I can answer them. I'm fairly knowledgeable, like I said, on economics and finance. And then getting into this manosphere thing, I think that's a key thing to talk about too. There's a lack of. It's really hard to traverse this life, especially if you're in your 20s and your 30s. It's like, what are you gonna do? World's out to get you. It feels like. Anyway.